A man has been arrested after he reportedly fired a gun into the air in a downtown Macon alleyway. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says 26-year-old Adam McDuffie Jr. was walking with a group in an alleyway near 3rd Street and Cherry Street Lane on Monday when he fired several rounds into the air. Officials say no one was injured and no property was damaged. The shooting was caught on security camera footage, and investigators arrested McDuffie the following day. He was taken to the Bibb County LEC and faces charges including reckless conduct, discharging firearms on or near a public area, and criminal firearm possession. In an update to a story we brought you previously, nearly half of the people convicted for trafficking drugs out of a West Macon trap house will now serve decades in prison. Devontae Jackson, Ladarian Jacobs, Ladarius King, Tanya Card, and Leroy Mintz all pled guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute controlled substances between November and December of last year. The investigation, called Operation Mobile Order, saw the FBI working with local law enforcement to break up an armed illegal drug trafficking ring that operated out of a house on Richard Street in Macon between 2022 and 2023, distributing drugs across the Peach State. The operation came to an end when agents served over 10 warrants across Middle Georgia and Atlanta, seizing cocaine, nearly 30 guns, and almost $100,000. All 5 of the defendants were sentenced on Monday. Their full sentences can be found on our website, WGXA.tv.
Some downtown Barnesville businesses forced to relocate, others destroyed, including Mama D's Family Food and Fun. The restaurant owner many locals know as Mama D says she was too upset to show her face, but shared her sorrow Tuesday afternoon after fire engulfed this building on Market Street Monday night.
I couldn't believe it. I was in shell shock.
She says just last Friday, this place was a packed house, serving up prime rib. Now Mama D's is mostly rubble and ash.
But I can't even tell you it's a restaurant.
Barnesville Fire Chief Kelvin Schutz says calls came in reporting the blaze around 11 o'clock, with the city and Lamar County crews responding.
Honestly, in 22 years on the department, we've never had a fire this big in the downtown area since I've been here. We've had large house fires and things like that, but not in the commercial district of Barnesville.
The chief explained the fire was so massive, additional crews from Pike County were called in to battle the fire that also completely destroyed Guggen Florist. Firefighters worked through the night, extinguishing the fire around 2:30 Tuesday morning. The chief says thankfully no one was hurt, but that doesn't mean the loss isn't significant to those in the area.
It's really sad, and the community has definitely been very helpful in helping us with everything.
Nearby salon owner Dan Bankston says his business is displaced.
Basically, we're just moving to another salon temporarily until our shop is able to reopen.
About 5 businesses total were affected. 2 are total losses and the others are damaged. It's going to be a setback for these businesses, obviously, but Barnesville will pull together and they'll rebuild there.
But right now, for some, like Mama D, she's grieving her business that began as a dream.
It's devastating. It's hard.
She says with the help from community members and with some time, she hopes that one day they'll open their doors again.
Yeah, I probably will. And it'll be Mama D's too.
Gloria Ruth Finney reporting.
Indiana man has been convicted on sexual battery charges. A Baldwin County jury convicted 60-year-old Thomas Gregory for attempt to commit aggravated sexual battery, false imprisonment, and sexual battery. They say it happened in June of 2024 when Gregory went into a tanning salon on North Columbia Street while a GCSU student was working alone and asked for a tour. As the student showed him around, Gregory inappropriately touched her. During the trial, a criminal investigator from Texas traveled to Milledgeville to testify about a 1999 arrest where Gregory was caught peeping into a window of a woman's home. We have reached out to learn details of his sentencing, and we will let you know as soon as we hear back.
County still doesn't have new rules for data centers after commissioners couldn't agree Tuesday night The board is now deciding to table discussions for rewriting their Unified Development Ordinance. The county's Planning and Zoning Board recently recommended a series of updates, including a rezoning of data centers to light industrial instead of commercial. Some residents still feel like that's not enough.
I don't think I have to explain to you why data centers don't fit that bill.
Bronwyn Morgan lives near High Falls and says she wants data centers zoned in their own category. P&Z also recommended a 500-foot buffer for facilities away from nearby homes or farmland. Resident Ida Head says that also falls short.
That's not far enough away either. 5 miles might be adequate, not 500 feet.
District 2 Commissioner Eddie Rowland presented additional changes the board is considering, but disagreements over generators, buffers, and other restrictions led them to hit the pause button. They now have 2 weeks to rework the language. Homeowner Rob Law says he's in favor of data centers, but wants more transparency on the process.
None of that gets seen until it comes to the construction drawings or the permits, and those should come before, all of that should come before the board, all of that should be public.
Rowland says data centers are now a big part of daily life.
Cell phones, AI, Facebook, email, banking, credit card, pictures, tax info, calendars. That's a $1.5 to $2 trillion investment.
And county leaders say whatever comes next needs to prepare them for the future.
Well, happy Wednesday, everyone. After starting out with some rather dense fog across middle Georgia this morning, I believe, unlike yesterday, we're actually going to see some sunshine this afternoon. So it will end up being a pretty nice day here in middle Georgia. Not only that, the sunshine is going to make us a bit warmer today as well. Yesterday, we only went to 62 with the overcast skies. Today, with that sunshine returning, we'll see upper 70s out there. Now, tomorrow morning, we'll start out again with some fog across the area, but tomorrow we'll see the sunshine again. Even a bit warmer tomorrow afternoon, as many of us will approach 80 degrees. And notice we're still staying on the dry side, no rain expected. And as we get into Friday, perhaps starting out with fog again, and then we'll see partly cloudy skies during the afternoon on Friday, even still warmer, going to the low to mid 80s on Friday. And right now the weekend is looking equally as good with a mix of clouds and sun each day. And with us getting up into the low to mid 80s with a little bit of moisture around, we can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm Friday through the weekend, but that will be the exception rather than the rule. We're not looking for any large areas of rain or concentrated rain around the area. Just a few hit and miss scattered showers or isolated showers or a thunderstorm or two, and that would be Friday through the weekend. I think right now our next best chance of seeing some scattered showers and storms will be on Monday afternoon. Now, it's going to continue to get warmer as well, with highs going into the 80s. And looking at that 5-day temperature trend, you can see today we're going to be going, I believe most of us, to the upper 70s. Tomorrow approaching 80 degrees. And look at this, Friday into the weekend, we're talking low to mid 80s for our high. So that's well above average for this time of year. And again, with temperatures getting up to this warm, you can't rule out a few pop-up showers or thunderstorms across portions of the area. So once again, over the next 6 to 10 days, we're talking about our highs and lows in the morning are both going to be above average here in middle Georgia. So as we said yesterday, beginning to feel a whole lot more like spring. So today we're going to see upper 70s out there with partly cloudy skies, staying dry today. And then tonight we'll see the fog developing again overnight. Tomorrow morning starting out with that fog and mid 50s. And there's our 10-day forecast showing near 80 tomorrow. And then Friday through the weekend, partly cloudy skies getting into the 80s. Again, can't rule out an isolated shower or storm. But as we look into Monday, a little bit better chance of showers and storms. And look at Tuesday, folks, we're talking about possibly upper 80s in some locations. And one reminder before we leave, don't forget this weekend we spring ahead. So Saturday night, our clocks go ahead 1 hour.
United.
Urban Meyer built college football dynasties.
Football's a way of life.
Mark Ingram II ran his way to a Heisman.
I'm gonna do the rest of the show with this thing.
Rob Stone calls it like he sees it. This is the Triple Option, where legends tackle the biggest headlines in college football and the NFL with guests who don't hold back.
You're not winning with that owner.
Wow.
It's football talk that hits harder than game day. The Triple Option, presented by Wendy's, wherever you get your podcasts.